Go add to 3W6XW to Snapchat for progress on upcoming events and news day to day. Last on Instagram for exclusive photos and videos. Every time a video is uploaded to YouTube, the link is sent straight to Twitter. Come holler at your boy. Message me on Facebook. What's going on? Go over to SoundCloud, listen to some 3W6XW sound exclusive theme songs from the 3W6XW, or go to Last Minute Smith Studio and listen to your boy. I've got to resort to my family on this one. I got to dedicate anything that I do Voltron to my cousin Cliff, because he's the one that introduced me to Voltron way back in the day, because I thought that Voltron was a Megazord, and he clearly stated that it was not a Megazord, it was a Voltron. But hey, Cliff, what's up, man? What's going on in Arizona? Now, big boy Last Smith, or Quintez as you know me as, has his own Voltron, or his very own first Megazord, even though it's not a Voltron. What's up, Cliff? Representing Arizona. Dedicated to you, man. Yo, this is Big Boy Last Smith. World of Toys, Voltron versus Power Rangers. And right here, we're going to review my very first Voltron review in the yellow line. Legendary yellow line. The yellow line is the toughest and strongest lion with the powerful armor and claw attacks and all that good stuff. Which, to me, I like the yellow lion, man. Has a slick look, man. You know, Playmates toys are really outdone themselves on these Voltrons line. I only have 4, I don't have 5, as you guys saw if you paid attention to, well, you know, one of my last, toy hunts. I did open up the shipment of Voltron at the Walmart, but they didn't have any cash that, well, I did have cash that day. I wasn't trying to spend no cash that day. And I did have the blue one in my hand, and I go back to get it, and all of them are gone. But I got the blue, yellow, black, and green, I think. But anyway, we'll get to that later. When you open up the Voltron packages, for one, the arms and the legs, they come on blisters. And you get this little brochure thingy telling you everything in the toy line. I like these, man, because I remember back in the day when you got a Megazord, you got a little poster and it had like everything from that series on the poster. And now Voltron's doing that same thing. You get this little pilot here, Hunk. And a lot of people are complaining about these. I've watched, other people's reviews or whatever. Not hating them. They're cool, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, everybody's different. Everybody has their own opinion. But, I mean, it's small. I mean, what do you think? You think it's going to be a removable figure, a removable pilot, and opening engine and all that stuff? Man, I mean, come on. It's cool enough that they actually give us this little, added accessory to go inside of the Voltron. Because back in the day, I don't think they did. They may have, but from what I dealt with and from what I've seen, I don't think they did. Not saying they did. But not saying they didn't, but I mean, anyway, this is cool. Legendary yellow lion right here. It comes with this big hunk, big hunk of a backpack, armor, whatever you want to call it. And it comes with like 4 little Voltron disc missiles, plasma beams, or whatever you want to call them, man. And it's pretty cool, man. It's an attachment. You don't have to have this on your yellow lion, as my little lion is sitting in the back just chilling right now. It comes with 4 discs. You stick them in, and it shoots, it has some distance. But let's get into this yellow lion right here. Oh man, Voltron, man, so cool. This is cool, man. Yes, like I was saying, my cousin Cliff had like the little small metal Voltrons, man. I think he only had 4, except he was missing, like I think, either a leg or an arm, or he probably had them all, but by the time I was, this is 90s we're talking about, and these toys are at least 10 years old, so he probably lost them. And every time I go to his house, I didn't know Voltron, so like any other kid, I thought it was a Megazord. And I kept telling my dad, I'm like, Cliff has a Megazord, man, Cliff has a Megazord. He's like, yo, man, they got no Megazord, it's a Voltron. But I was like, what's a Voltron? You know what I mean? So, but this is Voltron in all its glory. This is my version of Voltron, man. 28 years old, and I finally got my hands on some Voltron. Now, the mouth is like spring-loaded. I got it to stay open once, but it quickly popped back into place, but that really doesn't matter. Got a little rubber tail, man. It's pretty cool. Make some little effects or whatever. This thing will be really fun to animate with, which you know that's what I bought it for. Got his ass right there. You stick the Black Lion's, right leg? I think, left leg or right leg inside of it. Man, this thing is articulated just like a WWE elite figure. Well, not exactly like it, because it's a lion and that's a human figure. But it brings 20 plus points of articulation to the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not just your brick. It's not a Megazord, as Cliff would say. This is way better than a Megazord, if you ask me. Megazords just come in little foldable pieces and they make the parts and it's a done day. But look, my hand's in the way, so you really can't see. But this thing, it lawn darts these discs it really does shoot the hell out of them. As the package say, do not point. don't point at no one's eyes or whatever. You know what I mean? But man, you can hear it in my voice, man. These things are cool, man. Ain't nothing like new stuff. And Playmates, I don't really do Playmates, man. I mean, you know, I've dealt with a couple companies. You got Mattel and Jax and Lego. And to me, Playmates, man, it's, in my opinion, a little bit on the cheap side from what I've seen. You know, they don't really put too much detail into their stuff, man, but I guess they had no choice but to really get down on the Voltron, and they really did, man. Like I said, I got 4 out of the 5 lions, and they're pretty cool. Now you take the Hunk Pilot, a little rubber piece, and I'm not gonna do no flying effects or whatever, but his chest opens up and it's like a little cockpit. You close it up and bam, you've got a pilot for your Voltron lion, man. That's so cool, man. I remember back in the day on the Thunderzords, that was my first Megazord that was the Megazord that was shown, because I missed season 1 of Power Rangers. Now I remember if you got that Megazord, it came with the little figures and you put them inside a little green jewel for the cockpit. This is cool. This time, individually, you could put them individually inside of the line and let that pilot control that line. That's cool, man. That's so cool. That is so cool, man. Yo, so happy right now. Yo, man, this is awesome. You know what I'm saying? This is great. An awesome toy figure. I wouldn't really call it a figure, but this is an awesome lion, awesome robot figure. Now, this creates a foot of Voltron. And I had a real tough time getting the tail to stay put. So I already had the tail put in this transformation sequence. You fold up the legs like so, you push up the little armor, you pull up his head, and it creates a foot for the legendary Voltron, defender of the universe. Nothing other than Voltron can stop Zarkon. You know what I'm saying? And there it is. Voltron, the foot, one of its feet in all of its glory. Now, Big Boy Lad Smith will come back. Power Rangers versus Voltron, man. What's better? What do you think? From what I've shown you so far, who do you think is winning the war? Do you think Voltron's winning? Do you think Power Rangers winning? Power Rangers kind of has an up because they got Ninja Steel and they got movie stuff. Voltron only has Voltron. So, I mean, but can Voltron's detail and authenticity, or I probably have said that wrong, can they knock out Power Rangers? I don't know, man. I mean, you got old school that probably vote Voltron. You got people like me that probably vote Power Rangers. But right now, with this line, Voltron is on some stuff, if you know what I'm saying. This is a great toy. I recommend if you see any lion, but the yellow especially, get it. Get it while you can.